A green roof or living roof is a roof of a building that is partially or completely covered with vegetation and a growing medium planted over a waterproofing membrane. It may also include additional layers such as root barrier, drainage, and irrigation systems. The green roof are used to reduce heating by adding mass and thermal resistant value, reduce cooling loads on a building by 50 or 90%, reduce stormwater runoff, natural habitat creation, filter pollutants and carbon dioxide out of the air, which helps lower disease rates such as asthma, filter pollutants and heavy metals out of the rainwater, and increase agricultural space. If we look at the cost and financial benefits, it is estimated that the installation of a green roof could increase the real estate value of an average house by about 7%. Also, the reduction in energy use is an important property of a green roofing. Finally, depending on the region in which a green roof is installed, incentive may be available in the form of stormwater tax reduction, grant, or rebate. Green roofs can be categorized as intensive, semi-intensive, or extensive, depending on the depth of planting medium and the amount of maintenance they need.
I'd say a lot of people are receptive to green roofs, and a lot of people are either confused by them or not quite sure what to make of them. Many people obviously appreciate how they look and the ecological, economic, and cultural benefits they provide. And since it's a new technology, relatively new for many people, a lot of people don't understand how they work or are concerned about them leaking or providing other problems. In general, they're much better than a traditional roof for a variety of reasons. So I think as more and more people learn more about them, more and more will be installed.
Green roofs, though a relatively new technology to the United States, have a long history in other parts of the world. They have been widely adopted in Scandinavia for centuries. Modern green roofs, which are a bit more complicated, developed in Germany in the 1960s. It is estimated that 10% of German roofs are green roofs. They're becoming increasingly popular in the United States.
There is a 10,000 square foot extensive green roof here with a 4-inch planted media and covered in succulent plants called sedums. There's a variety of different species here, and every year it's designed to capture, retain, filter about 150,000 gallons of stormwater. Water that hits our rooftops and roads carries with it pollution, and that pollution often goes into a storm drain and directly into the nearest stream, river, or creek without any kind of filtration. If there's too much water, especially in the combined sewer areas, there's actually areas along Rock Creek, the Potomac, and the Anacostia Rivers where when there's a big storm, the combined sewer system takes sewage from our buildings and stormwater from our streets, combines them, and dumps it into our waterways. So it's a huge health problem. So green roofs can help to mitigate that.
A green roof is composed of several layers. Starting from the top, there's the vegetation layer, which includes the actual plants. Next is the lightweight growing medium or soil, then a filter sheet, followed by a drainage layer and a membrane protection and root barrier. Then there's the waterproofing membrane, and at the bottom is the roof itself. Though how the layers are composed can vary, and green roof construction is tailored to each specific building with the help of a structural engineer, it is important to protect the roof from the water and the vegetation. There are two different kinds of green roofs.
In general, green roofs are classified as either extensive green roofs, which mean it's a thin planted media like this roof here. Thin extensive roofs usually have this kind of sedum plant, which does well in this high alpine kind of conditions. There's lots of sun and wild fluctuations in the amount of water. So this extensive green roof is the more widely used green roof technology here, Germany, and elsewhere, because it's easier to install, easy to maintain. The other types of green roofs is a combination. It has a thin, extensive area, and then it has a thicker, intensive green roof area on top of the structural columns, areas where the building had enough strength to provide additional planting media. So they actually have shrubs and perhaps even some small trees there. In general, the economic benefits for green roofs are they extend the life of the membrane at least twofold. They help with deferred maintenance, so you don't have to replace the membrane as often. As well as there are energy savings. The roofs provide not only thermal insulation but also acoustic benefits, so it's quieter in the building, so people tend to report that they enjoy working there more. The commercial realtors we've talked to say that their tenants love having a green roof, especially if it's accessible. So the lease rates tend to be quicker, and all the research on green roofs in general suggests that people who are in green buildings are more productive. There's less absenteeism, so one of the biggest criteria for buildings productivity is the people and their well-being. In addition to those economic benefits, other studies suggest that seeing green, be it a green roof or a green landscape, actually increases people's health. So people report quicker healing rates in hospitals if they see a green roof or green landscape as compared to a gray one. So there are multiple other benefits beyond just the
I
economic.
think it could promote a sense of stewardship for people that aren't traditionally around green spaces. I think for DC, the program is special because although there's wonderful national parks and we have the National Mall and a lot of other large green spaces, in some areas they're not. You know, they're not many parks or green spaces. And so for people that do have the green roofs or can see them, and specifically those that have access to them, that can provide a green space that you don't otherwise have.
The district has about 1 million square feet of green roofs currently installed all throughout the city, and the green roof rebate program that the Anacostia Watershed Society administers for the district is designed to provide rebates for any kind of roof. We have funded about 80,000 square feet of green roofs over the past 2.5 years.
The funds that the District Department of the Environment uses to fund the program come from the 5-cent per bag bill, which has benefited several recipients of the green roof rebate program tremendously. And one of our colleagues at the Anacostia Watershed Society tells her little saying is, if you want to know where your bag bill money went, or you want to benefit from that, then apply for the Green Roof Rebate Program.
DC's Green Roof Rebate Program offers $5 per square foot for anyone who wants to install a green roof in the district. It is administered by the Anacostia Watershed Society for the District Department of the Environment with funds from the Anacostia River Cleanup and Protection Act of 2009, otherwise known as the BAG Law, and the Stormwater Enterprise Fund. Fairfax County offers stormwater management credit for vegetated roofs, and the U.S. Green Building Council offers credit for vegetated roofs in its Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design certification program.